Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and we have the mid-month sneak peeks dropped for the holiday uniforms, and it's none other than two very special, very popular mutants with an M, and their names both start with an M as well. We're not talking about MAGNETO and MAGIK. Let's go ahead and check out what they said over on the No, actually, let's just watch the sneak peek first, shall we? Oh, it's got the Christmas cheer. It's got the little, the little jingle sound. They should have had more jingle sounds, to be honest. It's big time. It's big time, baby. Woohoo! It's big time. Okay, so we have a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the basics, and then we'll work our way backwards into the more interesting Easter eggs. So, first of all, we have a MAGNETO and MAGIK. That's why I said they were mutants, and their names both started with M, because I'm a cringy dad and I make cringy dad jokes. So MAGNETO's getting this like dapper uniform, and then MAGIK is getting this like I'm cold but I'm still wearing a belly top, a crop top sort of look here. Very cool. So both of these characters are getting, both blast types, both getting new uniforms. On top of that, they have presents behind them that match their color schemes. So the one for MAGIK is black and silver, or black and white, which matches her color scheme. And then for MAGNETO, it's purple and red. Love that color scheme, by the way. Love purple. And then there's a little, it's very easy. It's very easy to notice. This is not their best work, especially after the voice acting sneak peek we got for Jean Grey tier 4. But that's okay. We'll forgive them after that amazing that cinema that was the 2-minute long Jean Grey sneak peek. But we have a tier 4 for MAGNETO and a tier 3 for MAGIK. So pretty big stuff. At this point, you're probably tired of hearing about all the new tier 4s coming out because we can't collect them all. But yes, it's doubly so because, of course, if you just tier 4 Jean Grey like I did, you don't have the Vishanti books. I don't have the resources, but I also don't have the Vishanti books. So it's nice to know that that's the case. But tier 3 for MAGIK is very, very exciting. Now, speaking of Easter eggs, a couple here. I don't know if there's something in the moon there. You eagle-eyed viewers can really help me out if that's the case. Couple things here. Okay, one, you have MAGNETO crushing, bending the gate. So this is a callback to X-Men 1, the original movie that started it all. Amazing scene where he's at Auschwitz as a child. And his parents are being taken away from him, and he, taps into his mutant powers, and he completely destroys that gate that was there holding the prisoners. Obviously, a really sad scene, but an incredibly emotional start to that movie, and it really just grabs you by the neck, and just goes from there, and really sets the tone on Magneto's Eric Lencher to Professor X's Charles Xavier. So really good scene. I can still see it in my head to this day. And yeah, this is a really nice callback to that. One thing that I did notice, I gotta say, if you watch the sneak peek, it looks like Magneto's bald. Maybe it's just the way the lighting is, but Magneto looks bald. So I actually thought this was Professor X at first. This is not a sneak peek or this is not like an Easter egg or anything. It's just the way that the shadows look. You can't see his hair at all because it's too dark. So he just looks bald. So it looks like Professor X, right? It's strange. It's strange. Yeah. In the comments, it says here, the Master of Magnetic Force and the Ruler of Limbo will gain notoriety once again. Anywho, that's pretty cool. Over on the forums, there's a little bit more information, a little bit spicier information. Let's find out what they said here. The infamous enemies have returned. The Master of Magnetic Force and the Ruler of Limbo will gain notoriety once again. The infamous enemies. They're just repeating themselves. Check out the new looks of these super... Oh, they changed it. Oh, they changed it. Some text in the sneak peek has been changed. We will announce more information through the patch details later. No way, bro. Somebody is really slacking on their job. Somebody is really slacking on their job. Wow. So to catch you up on why I'm reacting this way, it didn't say this before. When the sneak peek dropped, and they only edited it 15 minutes later. No, not 15 minutes later. They edited this like 3 hours later. Wow, dude. So for 3 hours, the sneak peek said, check out the new looks of these super villains who possess powerful abilities. So if you go on Twitter, and I'm scared to go on Twitter, but at the same time, if you go on Twitter, there were people saying, wow, they're both going to be super villains. Wow. That's like, you know, that's pretty crazy. See, as per the forum, both are villains. So this is that was a huge point of confusion, because they were like, Magik is a villain? Like, I guess not really. Like, she's pretty much a superhero. Magneto, sure, whatever. He can be a villain, but not Magik. But they changed it. So man, whoever's doing the translation on these needs to pay more attention, man. This is unacceptable. You guys are goofing and gaffing all over. December is the month for mistakes in Marvel Future Fight land. We have the damage bug in game. We have accidentally tweeting out that there's a new epic quest, and now we have this all in the span of like a week and a half. You guys are going for the trifecta. Well, you already hit the trifecta, but yeah. So we have, okay, so it's not, that's what I wanted to talk about, that they're both supervillains, that they're making Magik a supervillain permanently, which is pretty wild. But they went back on that and they changed it. Wow, I've actually never seen this before. They've never goofed up a sneak peek text before. Wow. I think so, at least to my memory. So yeah, this is the only sneak peek. So Magneto is going to be a villain and Magik is going to be a superhero, just to clarify. As far as what we can expect, for those of you that have been keeping track with this ongoing meme, Magik, being a female character, will have the paywall uniform. So unfortunately, if you're a fan of Magik and you want to see her glow up, you're going to have to glow up your wallet and you're going to have to throw down some money. It's going to be probably in the exact same format as all of the previous holiday uniforms. So I'm talking like Morgan Le Fay's uniform, Storm's uniform, Enchantress's uniform, Silk's uniform, White Fox's uniform, and also White Fox's uniform and Gwenpool's uniform. Those uniforms are going to be on sale. Actually, it's Gwenpool's old uniform. So, you could still consider picking it up because they're putting her in the all-war missions, which is so annoying. But yeah, that one will cost real money, $20 or $30. And then Magneto's will just be full cost crystal. It won't be it will never be discounted, and again, it will only be available for the holidays. So yeah, one thing I wanted to say aside from this, okay, before I get to the negative stuff, we'll get to the positive stuff first. I'm really happy that both Magneto and Magik are getting reworks and they're getting upgrades. He's getting tier 4, she's getting tier 3. Magneto especially, because a lot of players right now are pushing to get Jean Grey. And of course, in order to get Jean Grey, you guys know what you have to do. You have to complete the epic quest, of course, but then you have to buy Magneto, right? You have to buy and tier 2 Magneto. So a lot of people have Magneto tier 2 and he's just sitting there doing nothing because they know that he's not a good tier 3. Well, now you can tier 3 him and you can tier 4 him, or you can just take him to level 80, but now he's finally going to be worth the crystals that you paid for him. So that's a really important thing. I know it's very expensive, it's a lot of crystals, but they are finally reworking him. And then in Magik's case, that they're finally reworking her is good. I'm not sure if she's going to be good necessarily. They kind of screwed up on her only uniform. Like, her base, when she came out, she wasn't that good, although her character model is so cool. That's all they did right about her, right? The character model. And then when they gave her this uniform, she was probably, her or Emma were the weakest members of the Phoenix Force. If you honestly look at the Phoenix Force uniforms, the Phoenix 5 uniforms, it was very misogynistic. And coming from a reformed former misogynist, that says volumes. Because Colossus's uniform was meta-breaking, Namor's uniform was meta-breaking, and Cyclops' uniform was pretty good. And then Magik and Emma got the shaft. I probably should have made a video about that, but that's 2019 Alex talking. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully they finally get Magik right. They haven't had that many chances, but still, as a premium character, right? She's a X-Gene subscription mutant. They should be getting her right at this point, and so hopefully they do. However, so I'm really happy for Magneto and Magik. I'll give you your flowers. Fans of these characters, rejoice. It's finally your time. However, join me here as we take a brief look into the window of paywall mutants in Marvel Future Fight. Okay, this is wild here. We only have 8, 16, 24, 32. we only have 39 mutants in the game, right? But just go ahead and look. Of the 39 mutants, I just want you to count the ones that are not paywall through either, right? They're not paywall through either their own biometrics, like Jubilee and Dazzler, and they're not paywall through an exclusive uniform, like Storm, and soon to be Magik and Magneto. Well, Magik was already paywall. Magneto was premium, right? Magneto wasn't. It's pretty wild, right? It's pretty wild how few mutants aren't premium in some way. And even if they're not premium in terms of like Sabretooth costing crystals or whatever, they're either native tier 2 like Strife or Apocalypse, or they're tied behind world bosses like Apocalypse as well, but like Cable. It's actually so crazy how they managed to do this. They designed the mutants really well. Like, it's just crazy, bro. And the whole Danger Room thing. There's like 4 characters now, not including Abomination. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So yeah, the mutants by far are the most expensive type of characters in the game. So I guess this is just something we have to expect. They're gonna lean more and more into this as time goes on. So yeah, just know that if you're a fan of the mutants, I feel your pain. I've been pumping money into this game for a long time. But yeah, it would be nice for them to rework some mutants that, and give them just regular uniforms, not paywall uniforms, not seasonal uniforms. Like three, four, what am I saying? Four mutant seasonal uniforms in a year. No, 5. What am I saying? 5 mutant seasonal uniforms in 1 year. Deadpool, Storm, Iceman, Magneto, Magik. That's mental. And this one isn't even good. That's so crazy, bro. They milk the mutants like oh man, they milk the mutants like they milk the whales, bro. They're just gripping those udders day and night. They're just here's a new gift for you, Valenia. They're just gripping those udders. That's wild. So yeah, something to think about. I'll leave you with those unfortunate mental images for this weekend. Anywho, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Magneto and Magik. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button. Consider subscribing, if you're not subscribed to the channel. But also consider supporting the channel even more in the description by becoming a member. It's like a Twitch sub. Anywho, have a great day. I never say that. Have an even better weekend. Hey, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.